सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अज्ञात्वा ते महत्त्वं यदिह निगदितं विश्वनाथ क्षमेथः स्तोत्रं चैतत्सहस्रोत्तरमधिकतरं त्वत्प्रसादाय भूयात् वेधा नारायणीयं श्रुतिषु च जनुषा स्तुत्यता वर्णनेन स्फीतम् लीलावतारैरिदमिह कुरुताम् आयुरारोग्य सौख्यम् आयुरारोग्य सौख्यम्.
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Janana. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. Vedas are one unit. Nevertheless, there are 4 sections in them: Brahmanam, Aranyakam, Samhita, Upanishad. It is imperative, probably mandated by all our acharyas, that we should respect all the 4 parts. There were acharyas who learned all the 4 parts, thereby they had a wholesome knowledge of the Vedas. But there were a group of Brahmanas who stressed on performing the rituals alone, without giving stress on the jnana that is involved, the jnana kanda, which they felt was not that relevant compared to the karma kanda. In due process, they were so much so involved in the karma that they distanced themselves from the jnana kanda portion of the Vedas. One such group of Brahmanas who did so were being handled by Krishna in his own manner, where he apparently happened to bless the patnis of the Brahmanas. When Krishna, along with his Gopa friends, went to a place very far away from Vrindavanam, these boys expressed their thirst and hunger to Krishna. And Krishna said, "Go ask the Brahmanas who are in the vicinity," saying that Krishna has asked you all to ask for food. The Brahmanas, though they were adept in the Vedas, though their hearing was absolutely fine, they acted as if they had not heard the request of the Gopas for food, because they were ignorant of the purport of the Vedas. Now, on the other hand, when the boys came and expressed their anguish, stating that Krishna, these Brahmanas are not giving the food, then Krishna said, "Go ask their wives." When their dharmapatnis were asked, what did they reply? Here comes the answer. Grihita namni tvai sambhramakulah chadurvidham bhojyarasam pragrhyatah chiram dhr tattvatva vilokanagrahah svakai niruddha apiturnavayayuhu tvai grihita namni taha. When the moment those women, the wives of those Brahmanas, heard your name, Tvai namni taha grihita, your name was just heard, because these boys said, Krishna asked us to ask you. So that Krishna Shabdam was heard, right? Tvai grihita namni taha chiram dhrita tvat pravilokanagraha. For a very long time, these women were always desirous of meeting you, Krishna. Chiram dhrita tvat pravilokanagraha sambhramakulaha ayaryuhu turnam. They were sambhrama. So they were extremely excited. Sambhrama kulaha, very, very excited. They started congratulating each other. Ayayuhu turnam, they came running to meet you. Pragrihya bhojyarasam chaturvidham. They carried 4 different kinds of food. Abhi niruddhaha svakaihi, although restrained by their own people. Before we go to that restraint, we'll deal with bhojya rasam chaturvidham. The commentator says bhakshyam, bhojyam, lehyam, choshyam. Certain kinds of food you'll have to press and eat. For example, a mango, a sugar cane. You'll have to bite it, press it, and eat. Next is lehyam. It's a medical concoction they make, especially on the day of Deepavali. You'll have to lick and eat it. Next there is bhojyam. You'll have to chew it well. Bhakshyam. It will be in a semi-solid portion. You'll have to consume it. Bhakshyam, bhojyam, lehyam, choshyam. These are the 4 kinds of food. So here he says, pragrihya bhojyarasam chaturvidham. 4 different kinds of food reached you, Krishna, because they brought api niruddhaha svakaihi. There were certain people who were stopped by their family members. In Venuganam, during that particular juncture, Parashara Maharshi in Sri Vishnu Puranam states that there was a lady called Chintayanti. She came till the living room. She saw her mother-in-law and father-in-law. They refused to let her go. So she thought of Krishna's Venuganam, enjoyed every bit of it, and lost all her accrued punyam. She cried that being so near and not able to see Krishna, what kind of sins have I done? So as she wept, she lost and she was devoid of all the papams. When she was devoid of punyam and papam, Chintayanti Jagatsutim Parabrahma Swarupini, she attained moksham and reached Narayana. Similarly, here we have the experience of the Gopika Stris. Vilola pincham chikure kapola yoho samullasat kundala madramikshite nidhaya bahum suhrudansa simani sthitam bhavantam samalokayantataha taha samalokayanta bhavantam. Those Brahmana wives who had come, they were extremely joyous to see you. Bhavantam taha samalokayanta, to see with their naked eyes. They were so excited. Vilola pincham chikure, they are checking if all the description that they have received till now, was it matching with him or not. Vilola pincham chikure, beautiful peacock-like feathers. Vilola pincham chikure, samullasat kundalam kapolayoho, with beautiful pendants dangling either side. So he says kundalam kapolayoho, they were hitting the cheeks. Ikshide ardram sthitam, and those eyes that were filled with compassion. Ikshide ardram, ardra is wet, which is compassion. Sthitam, and as Krishna was standing, nithaya bahum suhrudansa simani, now with your hand resting on your suhritsa simani. There was another boy. So Krishna was standing, because there were Gopakumaras, right? Krishna was standing like this with his arm resting on his friend's shoulder. Suhritsa simani. So this was Krishna's posture. Now when they saw Krishna, his peacock feathers, his beautiful face, all of that, they were completely surprised. They were just mesmerized. Tada chakachit tvadupagamudhyata grihita hasta daitena yajvana tadaiva sanchintya bhavanta manjasa vivesha kaivalya maho kritinyasau. Tada cha kachit tvad upagamudhyata, as the one who was trying to come near you, grihita hasta yajvana daitena, her husband Yajvana, who performs yaga, he's a Yajva, he held her hand. Grihita hasta, he held her hand tightly. Tadaiva sanchintya bhavantam, that very moment I told you about Chintayanti, right? Similarly is her case. Tadaiva sanchintya bhavantam, she thought about you, Krishna. Vivesha kaivalya manjasa, beyond kaivalyam. Kaivalyam is atma sakshattaram. paramatma sakshatkaram, which means she got moksham, vivesha, kaivalyam, anjasa, she attained that state of sayujyam, salokyam, samipyam, sarupyam with Bhagavan Narayana. Aho, asau, kritini. What a blessed woman this woman is. She attained moksham thinking about Krishna. She didn't even see him. Just that thought, just being held by her husband, she thought of Krishna, she attained moksham. Kaivalya manjasa, aho asau, kritini. What a blessed one this woman is. Adaya bhojyananugrhyata punaha त्वदङ्गसङ्गस्पृहयोज्झति गृहं विलोकयज्ञाय विसर्जयन्निमाः चकर्थ भर्तृन्नपि तास्वगर्हणान् आदाय भोज्यानि अनुगृह्यताः, accepting those food that they had given. Punaha vilokya imaha, again looking at them. Ujjatihi griham, who those Gopika Stris who had abandoned their houses. Twadanga sanga sprihaya, so that they can touch you, they can feel you. Tvad anga sanga sprihaya, sprihati, touch. Tvad anga sanga, to be in contact with you. Tvad anga, to touch you, to touch your body parts, to be in continuous contact with you. Tvam visarjayanna yajnaya. But then you said, you release them. See, you have to go. Go to your husbands. You've given, you've seen me, you've had an experience. Go back to your husbands because they are conducting the yajna. For that yajna to get fructified and complete, the dharma patni has to be there. Tvam visarjayanna yajnaya chakartha bhartrana api agarhanan tasu. Thereby, when these women left upon the command of Krishna, Krishna ensured that their husbands also bore no ill feeling towards him. Agarhanan tasu chakarta bhartranapi. So Bhagavan has the ability to change the very thought process, the mind, the mentality, the evil feelings that we all possess. Chakarta bhartranapi agarhanan tasu. So those ill feelings are taken away. So they were taken away from those Brahmanas. Nirupya dosham nijamangana jane vilokya bhaktim cha punarvicharibihi prabuddha tatvaihi tvamabhishtutodvijaihi marutpuradhisha nirundhi megadan. So he says, hey Marutpuradhisha, Bhaṭṭatiri looks at Krishna of Sri Guruvayur, Marutpuradhisha, Tvam Abhishtutaha Dvijaihi, you who were being praised by those Brahmanas, Punar Vicharibhihi Nirupya Nijam Dosham. On realization, on a second thought, these Brahmanas realized what they had done was a mistake. Punarvicharivihi. Vicharam is to think. Punarvicharivihi. They thought again. Nirupya nijam dosham. They realized their own fault. Vilokya cha bhaktim angana jane. On observing the devotion towards the women folk, their mind was completely engrossed. So these Brahmanas, they thought, we did not have this knowledge, whereas our women, the Dharmapatnis, had this knowledge. Vilokya cha bhaktim angana jane prabuddha tatvaihi sadbihi. So they were completely engrossed in you because the truth had dawned in them. Nirundhi megadan. Krishna, truth dawned in them later. It was because of your anugraham that they were able to correct themselves. What am I asking? I'm completely devoted towards you. Don't you know that I'm suffering? Isn't my suffering the same suffering as yours? Shouldn't you remove my suffering? Nirundhi, me gadar, my ailments, my diseases should be removed. So prabuddha tatvaihi sadbihi, that realization had dawned in the Brahmanas. So the realization had dawned in the Brahmanas. The Dharmapatnis were already devoted. The boys received the food in return because of the Gopika Stris, and Krishna ensured that he inculcated bhakti towards paramatma in all of them. So all these purposes were achieved in this Sambhavam called Viprapatni Sambhavam. That incident of Bhagavatam has been ably described by Bhaṭṭatiri in just one Dashakam.
Life is a learning. Every day is a learning. So why stop? We are very happy to present Ramayana Pariksha RAP 2025. This is being organized by our trust Deshika Daya. It is an online examination. All that you have to do is to read the book Ramayanam Volume 1 that I have authored, and 2, register for the exam. It is happening on the 22nd of June 2025. Exciting prizes, and the biggest prize is reading the Ramayana and answering the questions. Age no bar, geography no bar. So why stop? Register soon. Namaskar.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादि दिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 नारायण